Hi, I'm Tom from Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
And Robbie, what do we got in our hands today?
This is a stunner. This is a wild one. The HOKA Clifton Edge.
Before we get into this
review is sponsored by the Polar Grit X. That's an all-new GPS multi-sport watch from Polar. Extra rugged, extra long battery life. Comes in at a good price point, $430. We've been really enjoying it recently. Actually, this is kind of like my daily watch now. I love the look and design of it. So definitely check those guys out. I think you'll like it.
And like your mom, it will tell you when you need more nutrition.
It will, and it'll show you the weather from here. So I'm not sure if your mom does that, but it'll tell you.
Anyway, star of the show today.
The HOKA.
One.
Clifton Edge.
Edge. Jumping off this edge. We're gonna jump off and start talking about it.
We are.
Robbie, where do you think we should start? Should we start with the upper?
I think we should roll it back a little bit and start with the HOKA 10.9.
What?
So if anyone...
But this is a Clifton Edge review.
It is an Edge review, but it's kind of like the evolution of the HOKA One 10.9, which only came out like 2 months ago.
So of course you brought one with you to show during the review, right, Robbie?
I didn't, but Rachel's gonna put one here, so you know. So the HOKA 10.9 was a trail shoe that was made for downhill running, and when it came out, everyone was losing their minds. Which,
it was bonkers.
Like, I get it. It went through the production process, got out there, we went downhill running in it, which I guess it was meant for, and I actually liked the feel of that shoe a lot. Had a super extended heel, similar to this guy, but it was just like a super heavy trail shoe, and just my legs were tired, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you really liked it because it looked bizarre. It's a talking point.
It's only a talking point.
Now, how does it, I mean, I see some of it visually, but how did this compare to running in the 10.9 once you got it on your foot?
Okay, so both of these shoes have the extended, the 10.9 and the Clifton Edge have the extended heel section here. So you can see it's wide coming out from the sides and coming out from the heel. So what that does is create almost an extra landing spot for you to just roll through your stride. It's a weird sensation, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it felt different than most running shoes.
And then you get your foot in this shoe.
Yeah, so this is like, it's exactly that sensation, except it doesn't have the weight of the 10.9. So the 10.9, it was cool to run in, especially the downhills, but that weight like really caught up. I think it was like 12 and a half ounces, 13 ounces for that shoe.
For your size?
No, it was like for a size 9.
Okay. And this shoe, I forget what it is for a size 9, you probably know.
It's like I believe the spec is like 8.9 ounces, but for your size, 10
for my size 10 and a half, 270 grams, 9.5 ounces. That's pretty decent for a shoe that's this. I mean, if you can see it, there's a lot of bulk here. I wasn't expecting it to be that light. So yeah, they really did get rid of the weight that was in the 10.9.
Exactly. Like for this much area, it's kind of shocking how light it is.
So let's get into some of the details here, and let's start with the upper.
Okay, cool. What you got is this like new engineered mesh upper from HOKA. I think they call it
TPU wrapped or something.
Yeah, like TPU 5 special fibers, probably nanotechnology, right? That's
everybody loves nanotechnology. Yeah, I like it's very small technology.
Like those nano pets from back in the day.
Nano pets.
But yeah, so it's a pretty comfortable upper. I actually thought it was a little stiff for my liking, but I don't know why, it just felt like that.
You know, normally Robbie and I will agree on most things. The upper on this, I found delightful. I thought it was great. Robbie had some issues with it.
I don't know.
We both have narrow feet, so we're both cinching it up. Megan, who has wider feet, and I know you're probably wishing she was here on the video. I am too, but she didn't want to. She's doing work or something. Anyway, she has a wide foot. This upper accommodated her foot. It's breathable. It's nice. It has a nice thin gusseted tongue. How many times do I have to tell people I love gusseted tongues?
You do love the gusseted tongue.
I love gusseted tongues. You want me to give you a good review? Gusset the tongue.
It doesn't even matter. That shoe could weigh 16 ounces. You throw a gusseted tongue on there, Tom.
Somehow it just felt right.
Another thing was the reflective material.
I love the reflective element.
You can't even see it, but when it's dark out and the lights on it, maybe, I don't know. Maybe someone has reflective vision.
No hot spot for me. You're probably looking at this thing and going, that looks nuts.
I mean, it does.
It does, but I like it. I am falling in love with the elf culture. And this tab, see that? What is that? Oh God, you can't move it. You know why? Because that's a good pull tab right there. You just use it as a pull tab. Inside, you're gonna notice that you've got padding on both the lateral medial side of your ankle. Keeps the foot locked in real nice. I didn't have any issues with lock-in once I tightened up the laces a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that was also the same problem I had with the narrow foot. I'm a Nike boy when it comes to upper fit. With the Clifton Edge.
You heard him correct. He said he's a Nike boy.
with the Clifton Edge, I just couldn't get, it was extra roomy in the forefoot and the toe box. Megan loved it because she has a wider foot. If you have a wider foot, I think you're really gonna like it.
I think Jarrett could have run in this shoe.
He probably could have.
He's our wide boy shoe reviewer.
He's a freak.
Normally I don't like to cinch my laces too much because I like to get that blood flow going and I like to have the shoe naturally come onto my foot. This one I really had to cinch down almost another notch of tightness than I'm used to. But once I did, the shoe really did fit nicely on the upper. They've got a new high resiliency foam that they're using. Supposed to give a little more energy return, I'm guessing.
That's the point.
What about where'd they put the Meta Rocker?
It's in the early stages.
Basically, that means they move it back a little bit in the shoe so that your transition starts a little sooner, which is interesting because you do have more back here, early stage rocker. So are you landing back here and rolling through? I think you are.
You are, and I guess if you do land more towards your midfoot, you can still get that rocking sensation out of it.
You see these pink and orange areas? This is part of the outsole that has a little more of a rubberized foam, and that's to help with durability.
Right, but does it actually help with durability? That's the question.
I mean, I always feel with these shoes, you're gonna see cosmetic damage to the shoe, but it doesn't mean that your outsole is getting burned up. I mean, you have a pretty thick shoe here.
Well, not using that rubber also keeps it lighter than you would for, you know, something of a shoe this big.
Yeah, and Robbie and I were taking a look at the bottoms of our shoes. You can really see where you're putting the wear on the shoe. For me, it was on the medial and lateral edge towards the front, proving that I am a midfoot runner. And for Robbie, where's that scuffing?
Back here on the lateral edge of the heel, which no surprise, because that's how I run.
Yeah, and really we don't endorse either kind of running. If you're enjoying your run and you're getting out there and you can move through your paces, it doesn't really matter. Just land under the body.
But Thomas is judging me for being a heel striker, and I'm sure you are too, so definitely comment below if you're judging me.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know what? While we've gone through the upper, the midsole, the rubberized foam on the bottom, I want you to see a shoe that I think reminds me a lot of the shoe, and I wouldn't have called this a Clifton Edge. I would have called this the Elevon.
The Elevon Edge?
I mean, here, take a look. This is the Elevon.
That came out in January.
Yes.
Or February.
Look at the toe. Look at the bottom.
Look at the sides.
Look at the sides. Look at even the way the heel extends. Maybe it's not as crazy, but if you look at that heel extension, it's not that far off.
You could see this coming
from this designer, yeah.
For sure.
So it's just is a little leaner, it's lighter, it's not quite as firm. You're gonna see they used rubber on the bottom of this one. The pull tab instead of the elf ear, but this has a lot of the same DNA as this shoe here, and I liked the Elevon. I also enjoyed running in this. My only hang up with this is I was doing longer miles and I kind of felt like I was getting sloppy in my stride, and I felt like the wide bottom started creating some drag for me.
Yeah, I actually felt the exact same way. Just with the wide base and the outsole, I felt that when I was coming through my stride and landing, it almost corrected it like too early, where it threw my foot down flat.
Guidance.
Yeah, and it, I don't know, just put me off. And I feel like if I keep doing that for a long time, it's gonna kind of mess with my legs.
Well, that's almost why I would consider this a light stability shoe.
Yeah, I could totally see it in that.
The platform is so wide that when you come through your stride, you're automatically gonna be held to the stable platform. And it does have a really stable platform. If you're a runner that's looking for a little bit of stability, maybe you don't want a full-on stability shoe, you just want that nice foundation to land on, this shoe is super stable.
Yeah, but it does pick up and run fast, I will say that.
Well, it's only 9.5 ounces for my size.
Right, so you can definitely get some speed in this, and especially on those downhills, it's fun to run in, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if it's my imagination, but when we were running by people, I felt like I was getting eyeballs.
Yeah, you probably were. How does the ride compare to, say, like the regular Clifton, since it is a Clifton Edge? Is it more firm? Is it plush? How is that?
Funny you should ask. I got a Clifton here.
That's the 7?
Yeah.
That ain't even out yet.
And if you look at it, we're talking about that bottom.
I mean,
holy moly.
for real. Peep that.
Do you see what I mean? How it looks more like the Elevon?
Oh, for sure. How's the ride compare to either the Elevon or the Clifton 7?
I also felt like this rides more like the Elevon than the Clifton. It's amazing. This used to look like a big giant marshmallow to me. Look how normal it looks compared to this now.
Yeah, right. I'm still not totally sure where it like fits into the equation. If you got the Rincon, you got the Clifton, you got the Elevon. I'm not sure where it goes, but it's something cool to try. I'll give it that. And HOKA did say that this is coming in other models. Like, this is not the end of the extended heel.
And you'll probably like the review. People are giving Robbie accolades on the opening. They're saying it was entertaining, tear-jerking, all the emotions. It's basically the Satra of our days.
I hope I can live up to that expectation.
Yeah. Also, what should people do again?
Oh, we should subscribe to us here if you haven't, which would be weird.
There's a subscribe button, you should hit it.
Bing, bing, bing.
There's a like button.
On one of those other things.
You should hit that.
On here. There's also a like button on Facebook.
Oh, we have a Facebook group. You should join it.
Do that. And follow us on Instagram.
Definitely follow us on Instagram. That's the best place.
Where you can see the beautiful pictures that Thomas takes of these shoes.
Yeah. Another thing we're doing is called The Grit. It's sponsored by Polar and another high-profile sponsor.
That's not the shoe.
That's not this shoe. If you sign up early, you get more chances to win, but there's tons of swag that comes with it. On top of the great swag, there's going to be weekly raffles for product. What's the start date?
It starts June 20th.
And goes through September 22nd.
Yep.
That's the summer, just in case you didn't know. You pick out the distance that you want to do in the 30 days that you have to do it.
And then do it. Just do it. Get out there, run, challenge yourself. So check it out in the description. Click on that, sign up, and you're in. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Toodaloo, mo.
I shouldn't throw this out.
Yeah, I can't say. While Robbie's gone, we can talk about anything you want. This one. Sorry, Rachel. The end is not the end.
Oh, deep.
Yeah.
The end is not the end.
Okay. Rachel, you got some gold nuggets in here. I don't know what you're gonna do. We're taking it again to the edge.
If you're not challenging yourself, are you even alive? That's another deep thing. You're welcome.
Yeah. It's the coolest thing ever.
Yep.
People are telling me, I get phone calls, texts.
From me.
I get TikToks.
I keep telling him. It's cool.
Robbie sends a TikTok.
Yeah.
It's very good.
He doesn't.
Robbie, you have anything else you want to talk about with these shoes?
I don't think so.
I think we pretty much covered it.
I think we took it to the edge.
I do.
And back.
Okay. Time to feed your Tamaguchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Robbie, let's do that like you know the end of a sitcom where they all laugh and freeze.